TIFU by not breaking up with my girlfriend. I don't care enough to make a throwaway. This happened yesterday, currently ongoing. You're probably wondering why that's the title. Well, that's why I'm here, you silly geese. I, 24M, had been with my now ex, 25F, for exactly a year. She broke up with me on our anniversary. We have had our ups and downs, as every relationship, but some were a little more fierce than others. She's a recovering addict that comes from a very shady and abusive background relationship, and I come from a lot of pessimism from my home life, and very toxic relationships in the past. I'll be honest, when I pulled her, I was very insecure, and it started to show. My self-deprecation would leak out and I'd get scared that she would leave me, because I was nervous that I wasn't doing enough for her, but she would reassure me that I was enough and I actually do more than enough. I would always give it 110%. I'd cook, clean, spoil her when I could, reaffirm her, go on adventures with her, everything. I gave up my home life and sacrificed my savings to even sign a lease with her and share an apartment with her. But I guess it's true what they say, you don't truly know someone until you live with them. Granted, you could say that moving in without even knowing each other for a year is a little too quick, and in hindsight, I agree with you, but it was a surefire way I knew I was going to have a roof over my head, and I'd be with my favorite person. For subcontext, I'm glad I did bite the bullet and get a place with her because shortly after my parents got evicted, so this actually worked out. Also, my parents are terrible people and made my life miserable, so I did everything I could to try to get out of there. Things were going well when we first moved in. That 3-month love bug period or whatever. We were buying things to fill the space up. I had my own office gaming lounge, we shared a nice big bedroom, it was great. But then the lack of trust came in. I learned that she was checking my phone when I was sleeping, trying to find any inclination of me cheating on her. Of course there was none of that, because I love her very much, and I did everything I could to be a healthy relationship for her and show her that I want her to heal and move on from her past traumas. She wanted me to get rid of all of my female friends because she didn't trust me. I obliged, apologized, and moved on from it. It was a little worrying because my exes did the same thing. Granted, there was never anything there between any of the women I was friends with, some I was very close with. I hope they're doing well. I don't know, the thing that bothered me the most was that she was hypocritical about it, because she works a job where she is close and personal with her clients, a lot of them are male, which are far more rich and successful than I am. I come to learn that she actually has some of her male clients following her private social media and they have her personal phone number? This is when the arguments and the lack of trust on both sides began. We were both slowly crumbling the relationship, over things that were just speculation or anxiety created in our head, trying to defend ourselves from getting hurt. I should add some context as well, I'm a very lonely person. Besides her, I have one, maybe two good friends. And I am a person who strives for interaction, so, when I started a new job, a person who approached me, who just so happened to be female, started talking to me, and we had similar interests, so we took each other's Snapchats down. I don't know why we still use Snapchat, I just felt as if it'd be weirder on my end for a phone number. Also, for the record, this person would save all of the chats to have a log of all conversations, and they saved everything, even photos. This is important for a little bit later. I come home excited that I've made a new friend, and I talk a little bit about her. Time goes on, we get into little heated arguments about absolute nonsense. I can feel the relationship crashing down. A couple of weeks ago, she woke me up and asked me if I have a place to stay for the week. I was super confused, and asked why, and she opened my phone and showed me my conversation with my female friend. Which I was even more confused about, considering all the chats and snaps in the conversation were saved. I was starstruck, and when I get confused or frustrated, I tend to raise my voice a little, not yell, but just become a little louder because I was trying to explain that there is literally nothing there and I have no interest in this person whatsoever other than our shared interests. We get into a very big argument that night, and another fool I did was call her crazy. She didn't like that, not .1 bit. Get the reference? Tension in the apartment had been very high, and we seemed to have just tolerated each other and go on about our lives, but that fight, it stuck with me. I went to my journal to write. I wrote a draft of a breakup letter. It was 13 pages, and if I felt like I've had enough, I was going to sit her down and have a talk, and whatever I couldn't get out in person, the letter had everything I could possibly want to say. It's very important to note that I didn't give her this letter, and it was in my personal journal, which I have a lot of personal angry, depressive passages in there, because writing helps me, and it's also for my eyes only. Or so I thought. We have our moments where things are really good, and then we'll shut each other out. Well, for the last couple of days, she's been shutting me out. She would barely speak to me, and that's rough considering we sleep in the same bed. I kept asking her what was wrong and if she wanted to talk about it, but she just kept saying that it was work and she was tired. Yesterday, 11:16, she didn't text me all day. So I finally bit the bullet. I asked her if she's breaking up with me. She said yes. She went through my journal and found my letter. She said that's the nail in the coffin. She has already found someone to take my spot in the apartment, and I have to move all my stuff out today, by myself. We also just recently adopted 2 cats, which I'm going to miss so much. I thought she was the one. I thought that if I tried hard enough and stuck through the suck, we were going to make it through the long haul. I don't have any money. I'm spending my paycheck on a U-Haul and packing supplies to get my stuff out, and I am going to stay at my sister's for a bit. But that's not permanent. I don't make enough money to live on my own, and I don't have anyone who I'd be willing to trust and live with in an apartment together. So yeah, that's where I'm at. There's a lot of stuff I didn't put in because it's early and I'm tired, so if this blows up I'll try and reply whenever I have time. TLDR, TIFU. By writing a breakup letter in my personal journal, my girlfriend went through it and is breaking up with me and kicking me out. Update 1. I know it's kinda crazy I already have an update, but rest assured, we are getting my name off of the lease. I will not be held liable for anything that happens.
If you liked this video, make sure you hit the like button and comment down below your thoughts. Also don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos like this.